Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Blessings to everyone. So in our tradition, we see the heart as a center of everything. And one of the most important things to understand about the heart is your deepest heart desire. Yeah. That you can only find in your heart. You cannot find it in your mind. You cannot find it anywhere else. It is in our heart. Yeah. And there is only one desire in our heart, the deepest. And this is the desire to awaken, the desire to come home, the desire to become conscious, whatever you want to look at it, in which word you want to describe it. But this is in every being actually seated. Yeah? It's innated. And in the human species, it is the deepest and the most complete seed, right? And this is the reason why there is evolution, you see. So not only our spiritual being, our soul wants to evolve, it is also our physical body. So we should not think that the form we have now is the last form we will have, for example, in 2,000 years or 3,000 or 100,000 years. It depends in which scale you want to look. But we can see already genetically changes in a relatively short period of time in bodies, in different nations, for example, as well. And this is how it works, you see. So we have, as we know, our brain is only used to a very little percentage. So that will be the part of consciousness that can evolve and will evolve. And we are prepared for it. We have been given the physical condition spiritually to expand massively in our state. And when we look at the current situation in the world, you see, we have a lot of things that are unique in their appearance. For example, the internet. The internet, how old is internet? 30 years around, or let it be 40 years technically spoken. But let's say since 30 years, it plays real dominant role in our life. And what happens through the internet is not only a technical jump, but it is also a jump how we connect with each other, how we are communicating with each other, and we are coming in a way closer, yeah, in our communication. And there are side effects that often we do not meet as much anymore in the physical body, yeah. But overall, the communication between everybody is very much intensified. Yeah. And the information we have about our global situation is extremely enhanced, yeah, through the internet. The access to knowledge, to information is extremely enhanced, right? So this is an evolutionary state as well, yeah. And we have to consider that. And so there are other things that are happening. And cosmically spoken, when a time is on a point, for example, when there are situations, physical situations, where there are threats of will we survive, will this species survive, will this planet survive? Yeah. This is, cosmically spoken, not actually a very bad thing, because to evolve, we have to have something that somehow at least diminishes and a new thing can be born. And usually it goes together with some destructional processes. This is the same in our life. Let's say we are in a bad working situation, you know, where we feel abused, where we feel exploited. Then we can step out, and maybe for a time we have a very serious money situation, yeah, that threatens us, that maybe crashes us even, yeah, in circumstances. But then a new thing comes, and hopefully our situation improves. And this is a process that we have to consider as well, that there is not a crash coming and after usually nothing comes anymore. No, cosmically a crash comes, and not everyone will survive. Maybe not everything will continue just like this, but new things will come, and this is what it is going to be. Yeah. So we get prepared for it in different ways. That means that we have different understandings, be it scientifically, be it technically, be it socially, be it psychologically, be it as well in the spiritual realm. There is always an evolution there. Yeah. And Maulana used to say that every teacher, every sheikh encompasses the sheikh before him in knowledge, in state. So, and it has to be like this. There cannot be any other movement. And so nothing remains. The universe is expanding. Yeah, we know that. And us with it in every field, physical, emotionally, and mentally. Yeah. And what holds us alive and mentally sane, yeah, in these strong processes that are happening in this moment is really to connect with our heart and to see this heart desire in us, this wish to awaken. Yeah. And that wish, when that appears in your life, this is what we call the calling. It is the call when the existence calls you, because it sees you already. Then the seed gets triggered, you know, and you start to look for it, to respond to it. And how we respond, we said it also many times before, this is with each individual very, very different. Yeah. Some may only start to read some books and they feel happy to have a broader horizon, mentally spoken. No? Some, they will change their life entirely, yeah, become monks, yeah, entering into an ashram, or following a guide, yeah, whatever it is for you. But this is what is the most important point to refer to. No? And one of the practicings to keep connected with this heart desire that is permanently active and permanently vibrating in us is just to close your eyes and to try to sink down into yourself as deep as you can reach. And when you have the feeling it is not anymore deeper than that, yeah, this is the moment where you are connected, you know? And as long as you connect from time to time to this heart point, to this heart desire, yeah, because it is a desire, right? But it is a good one, yeah. It is the only good one maybe we can have as spoken as a desire. So that connects us automatically to reality, to the divine, to the reality that is always all right, that is always good, you know? And we are saying that the divine is good, but it's not always kind. And that is where the work comes in. You see, in order to do a spiritual work, you have to understand that most of the time, the work will be hard. The work will be painful. The work will be coming in crashes and birth, in death and birth. This is how usually it works, and in a constant effort to be steadfast, to be constantly on it. Yeah. This is the work. And every other thing to say is not correct. Yeah, is actually a way of cheating people. So all these thousands of videos that are out there where people tell you you will reach this in 30 seconds, or you will reach this in 3 days, or you will reach this in 10 days or in 10 minutes, whatever the time is. Forget about it. All these ideas, for example, you say in a specific night, you repeat this mantra, yeah, and then what? Yeah, all your subconscious turns to be conscious over. Yeah, don't be fooled by those sayings. They may work for certain people, probably for those who are already far beyond gravity of their ego. Yeah. But for the common man, for the common woman, there is the basic work, and that has no jump, that has no irregularity, that has no exceptions. Yeah. You go your path and you have to work it out. It's just like you build a house. Yeah. You build a house and it goes even up today, brick by brick, unless you want to have a house from a 3D printer. But this is not yet common and not available for everyone. So it is still a process of weeks or even years, yeah, building a house. To build your spiritual house, it's definitely a process of years, if not your entire lifetime. Yeah. And you can do only this work by keeping connection with this heart center, with this heart desire that drives you and drives you and drives you through every difficulty, through every challenge in your life. Yeah. So try to keep that during the day as much as possible for you, and you will see it will give you a certain kind of protection from the threats of this time and from the fears it can create in us, or the depression that it can create in us. Wishing you all the best, and thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.